welcome to Tool Talk. I'm Ben Curry from Electrical Innovations in Derby. Today is a bit of a 2-for-1 review. I'm actually reviewing the Bosch GSB. It's a 10.8 battery drill, and also I'm reviewing the drill bit that's in the end of it, which is a wearer item, and it's a, I should give you the measurements actually. It's basically what I use for second fixing sockets, screwing back socket screws and things like that. There's an important reason I've got this actual one. Trust me, I've done a lot of shopping around on this. So it's a 8mm, 0.8mm, that's the thickness of the blade. It's 5.5 wide, that's how long across the front of the socket it'll go. And it's 50mm long that way. So this is the perfect screw that will fit in your 3.5mm screws. And I've done a lot of shopping around to find out. What's interesting about this one, which you can probably see, is it's 5.5mm wide here, and it's a straight shank all the way down there. And what that does, it keeps it supported and less breakages. When you use one of these flat-headed drivers, and you can probably see better when it comes close, you use one of these flat-headed drivers, they tend to snap quite often. And when you use them in combo with one of these 10.8s, you can actually change the torque setting on it all the way down. So when you actually screwdriver in, the clutch just goes on anything. So even a socket screw, even tightening your live neutral earth terminals up in your socket screws, it's going to tighten them up, and then you can just nip them up with a screwdriver afterwards. It's just really useful. It's not, I know some people frown upon it. When you're doing a lot of second fixing, it depends what sort of work you're on, it can save you a lot of time. And talking about time saving, this is why we've got two. So these are actually the GSBs. Now, I'm not a massive fan of these. I had the van broken into a few years ago, and my two GSRs got stolen. So when I went and bought a new one, I just bought a Bosch 10.8. Didn't realise at the time they had different types. The GSB, I don't know what the B stands for, both I guess. It's hammer and rotary. A GSR is just rotary. So on a GSR, what you get is you get your screwdriver, you get your drill, and you get your hammer. Now, that's not a hammer stop, it's still a turning hammer. But actually, if you're drilling and hammering with one of these, you're doing things wrong. So if you're putting heavy duty screws in that require a hammer, you want an impact driver. If you're drilling holes in the walls, use your combi or your SDS. What these are great for is just light work. Why have I got two? So, how many times have you you've done this? So you screw in, and then you. Where's my? In one of my pockets. Oh, there it is. Change the end, and then you do again. Because you put it in your adapter, it's all wobbly, so you end up taking it out, putting it in, and here we go. That's it. Right, now carry screwing with that one. I got fed up with that, so I worked out a cost of, actually, these things are about 120 quid from most places, with 1 or 2 batteries and a charger, and then you can buy a second one, normally for about, maybe about 40 or 50 quid on its own, just that unit. The batteries you can buy, I think you can get 2 at a time, cheap knockoffs off Amazon or eBay for about 15 quid each, not even that, and there's just no need to be having just one. They're so cheap. If you're using these a lot, having one with each ended, one with a posi, you get your PZ2 in there. You know, leave that one like that all the time, and then your screwdriver flathead in there, or your PZ1 in that, your PZ2 in that. Whatever you're doing, even hex bits. I've run into a lot of appliances and things that use hex bits recently, vandal-proof fittings and things like that. So depending on what you're doing, it's useful to have two. And in like true manufacturing terms, if you work out how much time over a day you are looking for your other drill bit end and wanting to change bits, and you times that, if you do 3 jobs a day and you spend 30 seconds looking for one of these, that's a minute and a half. So times that over a week, a month, and a year, how much in wages does it save to just go for a second unit? And you'll be shocked at what that equates to. And it's more efficient, really quick and easy to use. They're fairly cheap, and I like Bosch versions. I know some people out there using Ketas and other things like that. These are just really nice. I've had these, I think I've had 6 or 7 of these now over the years, damaged, lost. I've had to repair, that one I've repaired the trigger on, and then I dropped that one and lost the lens out of that, but it's easy enough to repair if you want to. You can open them up. Parts from super cheap. You can buy all the parts direct from Bosch, or you can just go on eBay. There's tons of resellers selling them on eBay. So that's the 2-for-1 review. It's the Wera 5.5 by 8 by 50mm screwdriver bit, and it's the Bosch GSB 10.8 and a matching pair. So thanks for watching. I'm Ben Curry from Electrical Innovations in Derby, and this is Tool Talk.